Today, as an Iranian woman, I'm here. And I'm not going to tell my story to you. I'm going to tell the story of Iran to you. During these 48 years, we got born in Iran and we grew up under the repressive regime, Islamic Republic regime. And we, all of us, due to our interest or our activity, have some experiences of torturing, discriminating, being in the jail, or paying fees or something to the government. So I am one of them also. And the situation for me was just going a bit different, and I had no chance and no opportunity to stay more in my homeland. So I decided to do immigration.
And how was for you as a woman to grow up in Iran?
Being a woman under that type of theocratic, totalitarian regime means that you are not counting as a human being. You are an object. But even the object cannot be a proper description. They can do anything with anyone, no matter you are a woman, man, child, animal, land, anything. These type of regimes really have no identity, any exact identity that you can just find it in any other books, that how they behave, what's their nature, and what brutalities that they can do.
What's going on Iran right now, and how can you describe what happened in the last 4 or 5 weeks?
If we were going to just talk about these days, it's not send the message correctly. I'm going to just do a flashback to 48 years before. 40 years age before, by anything, the society decided to do a mass suicide. And they just put the name of revolution on it. From the first moment that they just came to the power, everything changed. And a lot of people even before that knew that is going to be waiting for them. But unfortunately, they were so few people and no one listened to them. Almost 1 month, less than 1 month after their revolution, in the 8th of the March of 48 years before, Iranian women came out and just screamed and shouted that they do not want this regime, and they know that what this regime will just bring to them. But unfortunately, they have been repressed in a very, very brutal way. This situation continues, and Iranian day by day understand what's happening to them. So they just decide to use their communities, their voice, their hands, anything that they have to tell each other and tell the world that we do not want this regime. Unfortunately, the war between Iran and Iraq happened some few years after this revolution and just changed everything. We couldn't talk about it anymore. And after the war, the regime changed. When I'm just saying change, it doesn't mean that they were fine and they just become changing to the bad. They were bad and they just become worse. And this monster every day try to just have this duty to be worse, worse, and worse. So a lot of times during this 48 years history, people had just a lot of manifestations, protesting and things, but all of them have been repressed in a brutal way. So we just came along. We had a very, very big movement against the regime, that it was the Green Movement. And then after that, we had something about 8 years before. Also, they have killed more than 5,000 people in just 3 single days. And then we had 3 years before the Mahsa Amini and Women Life Freedom Movement. And in this 1 month that it just started from the people who working in Tehran Bazaar, they were working in the area of somehow exchanging or just the part of the bazaar that have the most money. People just came out for a protest because of the financial inflammation is just really intolerable for anyone. So they just came to the street and so calmly and respectfully trying to just ask for help from the government to just do something, find a solution about it. But like always, these protesting, these voices just wanted to be shut down by the regime and with the forces. And they arrested a lot of people, even we do not know how many people have been arrested in that 5 or 6 days before. And in the 8th of January, before 8th of January, Mr. Pahlavi just gave an announcement and told the people, this is a point, this is a situation. Let's try to use it and tell the world that we do not want this regime, and also show it in another way to the regime that we do not want them. So a lot of people try to get together and come out and be united. A lot of people came to the streets at night, and in that 2 days, 8 and 9 of January, the regime just brutally killed people all around Iran, and this amount of dead people that just goes out revealed on the media, it's about 40,000 or 50,000. It's just a very, very small share of that. There are still a lot of people that families are searching for them, thousands of people, and they don't know where they are. A lot of people that they are arrested and families don't know that they are alive or not, or even the real number of those people also is unclear. So if I can just say that what's happening in Iran this day, I can say 1 month before, people came out peacefully to ask the regime to find a solution for this financial inflammation. But again, regime decided to kill people, and they killed thousands of people in less than 3 days.
We hear also that when someone finds their loved ones and they want to recover the body, they are asked for money. Means they're asked for that?
There is a custom in the Islamic Republic regime that when they kill you or any of your beloved person, they ask the family to just pay a fee, and its name is the price of the bullet. So it means that they brutally kill you, and even for giving you the body to let you to just bury them, they ask you money. And this amount of money is not a few amount of money. If I can just want to change it to the euros, it's just something about 6,000 euros for each body. And a lot of people does not have this amount of money to just pay it. So they have to just write something and sign it and say that the terrorist group just came and killed their kids, and they wanted to just put a claim against on them, and they have to just come to the TV and just confess that they have no problem with the regime, and their beloved person was part of the regime, and they are so loyal to the regime. If they do not do that, even it's not about it that they will not have the body of their beloved to just bury that. The regime will arrest them also if they do not say such a thing, and they will lose every other thing that they have. 17 years that the regime learned it, that when they wanted to start killing people in silent, doing a massacre, they cut the internet. They do it for the first time, I suppose, in 17 years before in the Green Movement. We didn't, even they just cut the SMS. We couldn't even send the SMS to each other. And after that, they just continued whatever they wanted to, just mass murdering people in the streets. This time also, they just did that. And even they just cut this time the landed phones also. And they cut everything, even the radios.
And what's going on in hospitals with injured people?
as far as we know, at least in 6 hospitals in the night of 8th of January, the regime forces invaded the hospitals, arrested the nurses, doctors, or just keep them in the, attend them in some rooms, and they just grabbed a lot of injured people that they were under the treatment. A lot of them have been headshot directly in the hospital, and a lot of other them they have been headshot in the way that they were just taking them to their centers. There are a lot of evidences, a lot of videos that shows you that people are with the tubes or with the cardiography patches in their chest. They are dead. A real evidence that they just killed people while they were under the treatment.
And how can you describe the coverage of the media about Iran?
Describing the coverage, I suppose why we can describe something that something exists. When something does not exist, we cannot talk about it. I can say that in comparing with the situation that happened, the amount of media take care about it is nothing. I remember that a lot of newspapers, a lot of broadcasting, a lot of news agencies having 2 pages articles about marshmallow or about making a new recipe or just talking about where you have to go for your summer vacation. And they didn't even talk about these 40,000 people that have been brutally dead, at least. And so I cannot say I can describe the coverage of the media. I can just say, in my opinion, the world just gets silent. The world just close their eyes. The world just take their ear, and they didn't want intentionally to talk about Iran. Why they didn't want to do that? There are some things to mention, but the point is that they really didn't pay. They didn't really consider it.
And why do you think they did that? They're doing that.
I suppose this time was a very, very real situation for all the world to take the pose about the humanity. It was an exam that the world shows really that are they really caring about human rights, or it's just a show? And I suppose a lot of people, millions of people, have failed in this test. It was the first time that the world could see that it's not about the history of World War I or World War II, that you just hearing something and you just feel sorry or doing something. It's about it that it just happened in front of your eyes in the 21st century, in the age of the artificial intelligence, in the age of the news, and you knew exactly what's going on in Iran, and you intentionally didn't pay attention to it. A lot of people just didn't pay attention because they felt that those people have been dead are just killed by the other foreign countries like Israel, but it wasn't like that. The Islamic Republic regime killed all those people in the streets. Not Israel, not United States, not any other country. The Islamic regime directly killed people in the streets of Iran. For me, human rights is not optional. If I'm sad that a kid is dead, I'm sad that a kid is dead. For me, it's not important that this kid is just from Syria, for Lebanon, for Gaza, for Israel, from Iran, from Australia, from United States, or from Amazon even. For me, it's just important that a kid is dead, just like that. But unfortunately, for a lot of people, it's important the nation and the ethnics of those people that are dead. So when someone is dead, the first question they will ask, so sorry, what's your name? Where do you come from? and things like that. So when it becomes like that, it's important for them to just be worried and sorry, or just doing an action just for specific groups of people, not all the human beings. So fortunately, I do not understand them. And so I suppose if I'm going to talk about Gaza, I have to also talk about Rwanda, Uganda, Sudan, Syria, Afghanistan, Iran, and all other places of the world. But when I'm just caring, or just I'm talking about Palestine or Gaza or somewhere else, you have to just name myself. I am only Palestinian rights. I cannot say I'm a human rights defender. I have to just say I'm Palestinians' rights defender. So this is the point that I suppose the world has to start it, because it will be really clear that while we are talking, for example, I will not expect you any reaction while you are a Palestinian rights defender to just be worried or to just be sad about that brutal bloodshed that they just do it in 7th of October in south of Israel. So I suppose people have to be more courage to talk about their ideas.
What's going on now on Iran? It's a genocide?
I think it's our problem that we do not have a proper definition or word to explain it. Because in the textbook, they say when you wanted to say genocide, definitely it has to be about a specific ethnics. Even in this description, it's a genocide because we consider ourselves Iraníes. And being Persian, being Iraníes, it's an ethnic also. And the regime, exactly because of that, is killing us. So in some context, it's also a genocide. But also, we can also say a crime against humanity. But I suppose all these meanings, all these words need a lot of changes, because none of them can just explain what's happening in Iran. Who can kill a pregnant woman? Who can kill thousands of underage children? Who can come to the streets and who can come to the hospitals and headshot those people who are under the treatment? Who can rape all those people who just have been arrested? Who can just take the body limbs of those people who are even still alive and sell those limbs to the other smugglers of the human parts? Really, there is no definition about it. And even if I want to just compare them with Hitler, with Mussolini, with Stalin, with Mao, really, the Islamic Republic regime is one of a kind. It's the master of the master of the master of all the monsters of the world. Even we do not have the word to explain it. So I suppose even if for those people who just believe in God and Satan and things, I suppose the God and Satan also both are just get speechless. They do not know how to say, you know. I feel that we need another Shakespeare, another Goethe, and other people to just came to the world and create words, because there is no word for such situations.
Indeed, you know Islam for the first hand. You grow up with that regime, with Islam. Do you think Islam is dangerous for the West, for the whole world, only for Israel and Iranians? How do you see it?
You want to live, okay? Islam is against that. Is the other side. You want to be free. Islam is in the other side. You want to wear what you want. Islam is against that. You think, you believe that there is no difference between women, or men, women, anyone. All of us are citizens. Islam does not believe in that. You wanted to dance. Islam is against that. You wanted to drink. You wanted to eat. You wanted to sleep. You wanted to enjoy. You wanted to progress. You wanted to educate. You wanted to thing you want to do, anything that is your normality life. Even Islam is going to kill your dogs. You have pets, at least. A lot of us have pets. Even Islam is against that. So how you feel that when people are allowed by their God, by their religion to do that, you feel safe or what? It's not about safety. It's different a stage of safety or danger. It's about that they are allowed to do that. In a lot of um, those films that you see about the zombies or things, you know that they just come with you. So even imagine that these zombies are allowed, are ruling you.
And what about the help that was going to arrive to Iran? Are you still waiting for it? Do you feel alone?
It's the most painful part of this talking, I suppose. We always knew that it's our fight, and we have to fight it with ourselves. A lot of people that they just came to the street didn't came to the street because Mr. Trump said that the help is on way. If he would say it or not, the people would come out. It's a fact. But the hope that he gave, I cannot deny it. It wasn't just also a hope, it was a promise of a politician. In Farsi, we say, when someone says something, they have to do all their best to stay on their words, because words are respectful and it's not just words. You are talking about the ability, the dignity, the beliefs that you have, and you will stay on that. But nothing happened. They told us that even if one person being dead, they will come. And Mr. President Trump said that I just stopped executing up 800 people. I'm just asking him one thing. Hey man, someone tell you they are going to execute 800 people and you didn't get afraid? And you didn't think that you have to stop them, you have to finish them? So when someone tell you that I wanted to execute 800 people, it didn't came to your mind, man, that it's not just a number. It's not just talking about the boxes. They are talking about 800 souls, that they are from 800 families, that at least thousands of people will be crying for them. You didn't think about it. It didn't came to your mind. And why you think when they just tell you, I will not kill, I will not execute 800 people, why it didn't came to your mind that, okay, in the second part of the sentence, they will say, but I didn't tell you I will not execute 799%, because they do that. They killed people in the attending center. They just killed people in the police stations. They killed people in the hospitals. They killed people in their own homes. They killed people in the streets, in wherever they find them. Yeah, maybe they just stop some numbers of executions, but they didn't stop killing people, because there are millions of ways to kill people, and execution is just one of them. And you believe them. You believe those people who are beyond monsters. You believe those people who are part of the most terroristic and most brutal actions all around the world. You believe them. How you can believe them? If a wolf came to you and tell you, okay, I'm not going to eat you, will you believe it? Okay. The consequences will come also. Islamic Republic regime, maybe they can finish us. Okay. But after they finish with us, they will come to the whole. They will not stop. It's exactly like the dead army in Game of Thrones. I can just say that I wish you luck to just coping with them. Because in that time, it's not just about the Islamic Republic regime. They will come with all their proxy groups, all those alliances that they are living in your countries, and they just become big communities. So Islamic Republic regime is not our internal issue. It's just the world issue. It's just the world peace problem. It's not just about the Middle East. It's not about Israel. Okay, you can hate Israel. You can hate all the world. It's up to you. You can think that Iranian people are idiot and they think that United States is their friend, but they are idiot. The United States will come for their oil. But just for your information, I wanted to say our oil, our petroleum, it just have been pre-sold for 25 years to China. There's nothing remaining for us, so don't worry about it.